It's surprising to think that the DS7 Crossback is the oldest car in the DS lineup. Because of this, DS have given this car a facelift and has given it a new name. This is the DS7. Let's have a look to see what it is like. Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Cars and More. This is the #1 place to be for car news and reviews. Sit back, buckle up, let's go. So overall the front design is more sharp and modern than before, and it fits in with the current lineup better than before too. We get a new set of LED headlights as well as new LED daytime running lights that have a new graphic with 5 lines in them. There is also a new grille that is wider and bigger overall than before, and we also get some new chrome trim to go with this. Gone are the side fog lights, as they are now integrated into the headlights as weather lights. This is becoming more common among manufacturers these days. Finally, we also get different lower central air vents that look more modern than before. Moving round to the side of the DS7, there aren't any changes apart from some new wheel options and of course new colours. We still get this premium and elegant design though, which I do quite like, and it suits this car very well. Moving round to the back, again we have some changes, but they are not the type of changes that you don't notice until you put the old DS7 Crossback and the new DS7 side by side. To start with, we get some new tail lights that are thinner than before. We also have a black bar or chrome bar depending on your trim level, but this time it is slightly different and it has the DS Automobiles lettering on it. We also get a new boot skin with a crease in to make it look wider than what the car actually is. Apart from that, everything else is the same. Let's have a look at what's new on the inside. So, when you get into the DS7 facelift, you won't notice any changes straight away until you turn the car on. This is because the only big change is the new infotainment system that is taken straight from the DS4. Unfortunately, you don't get the second touchscreen to navigate mode like the DS4. You do still get the clock note and high-end premium leather materials. You also have this nice DS steering wheel and the same digital instrument cluster as before. To me, the materials that are used feel better than before, and the switchgear feels very high-end like before too. The only downside I have with this is that it has the old auto gear shifter. Personally, I think the smaller metal toggle switch would suit this cabin much more than this one they have put in the car. The door cards are also very stylish and practical though. Let's check the rear seats out. So, getting into the back of the DS7, there is a decent amount of legroom and headroom. You also get premium materials in the back as well as air vents and an armrest. Considering this is based on Peugeots and Citroens, it feels much more premium than those types of cars. Let's have a look at the engine options. So, engine options for the new DS7 are slightly different than before. Let's start with the plug-in hybrid models. You can get a 1.6 litre turbocharged petrol engine that has 178 brake horsepower. This is mated to an electric motor which gives it a combined total of 222 brake horsepower. This goes through an 8-speed automatic gearbox. Next up is a more powerful 1.6 litre turbo petrol engine that has 197 brake horsepower and 2 electric motors to create all-wheel drive. This has 296 brake horsepower and it will do 0 to 62 in 5.9 seconds. Finally, next up is the exact same unit as the 296 brake horsepower version, but DS's performance division have tuned it to get an extra 59 brake horsepower to make 355 brake horsepower. This also changes the car's stance as it is 15mm lower and it has sportier springs and dampers as well as Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tyres for better grip. It also has bigger brake discs. Each plug-in hybrid model uses a bigger 14.2 kWh battery pack, which boosts the range up by 6 miles on each plug-in hybrid model. This means the electric only range for the 222 brake horsepower and the 296 brake horsepower version is about 39 miles, and the 355 brake horsepower version has slightly less at 36 miles. If you want a diesel DS7, then there is only the 1.5 litre diesel unit, which has 128 brake horsepower. There are no petrol engines for this model, but you can get petrol plug-in hybrid. The price for the DS7 starts at £35,260. Let's check the boot out. So, opening the boot to the DS7, and there is no surprise that boot space is the same as before. What that means is that you get 555 litres with the seats up, and with the seats down it is 1,752 litres. This is the same for the plug-in hybrid model, which you don't find on its rivals, which is nice to know. So in summary then, the new DS7 Facelift has improved on the engine options and technology, and they have also made it look more modern and desirable. The main cars at the DS7 rivals is the BMW X3, Audi Q3 and the Volvo XC60. Is the DS7 better than those cars? Well, if you want the French styling and you want to stand out from the crowd, then possibly, but personally I would go for the BMW X3 and Volvo XC60 over this car. That doesn't mean then that it is a bad car, no. DS is definitely going in the correct direction to rival these types of brands. Look at the new DS9 for example, as well as the DS4 and DS3 facelift, which is coming soon in a later video. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.